Mazen Abu Rayala sits with his 5 children inside his home, trying to keep warm during a cold winter in Gaza.
When I returned home from work, my children had lit candles and they burned the carpet. Should I sit and wait until we get burned? Burn the whole house and themselves.
Lighting and heating a home with candles or burning scrap wood can be dangerous and even tragic. But it's the only option for many families unable to afford generators during constant electricity blackouts, which can sometimes last up to 20 hours a day. Gazans left in the dark took to the streets this month to protest the electricity crisis. In response, Hamas sought outside help from Qatar and Turkey. Despite these grants, disputes between Hamas and the West Bank's Fatah movement, as well as an ongoing blockade, has made any solution to the crippling shortages unlikely.
No, there's only one power plant who's been there for a bit over a decade, and it hasn't worked to its full capacity ever because of all kinds of problems. Part of it was bombed by Israel in 2006, but later repair was very difficult because Israel is restricting all kinds of materials coming in. Even if it's working to its best abilities, it can only provide about a third of the need at the moment.
This is just one of the findings from a new report by the Israeli NGO Gisha entitled "Hand on the Switch: Who's Responsible for Gaza's Infrastructure Crisis?" Even in the best of times, electricity is supplied no more than 8 hours a day. Cellular communications are stuck generations behind. 96% of the water is undrinkable, and sewage flows into the sea.
The situation with water is the most devastating, actually, because practically no water coming into homes is drinkable. And these things are volatile. They obviously can develop into health situations which obviously have no borders.
This means even those surrounding the coastal enclave may also suffer from Gaza's inadequate sanitation. Most sewage gets discharged into the sea with partial or no treatment at all. Gisha is calling on 5 parties to take responsibility for the crisis, both Palestinian factions in Gaza and Ramallah, Egypt, the international community, but especially neighboring Israel.
The fact is that Israeli soldiers are not on the ground and Israeli Jewish civilians are not living there, but Israel has control on many aspects of everyday life and certainly infrastructure of all things coming in and out, all goods. Most people moving in and out need Israel's permission. Israel has control on all air and sea ports, which do not function, basically. So it took upon itself a lot of control. That comes with responsibility. That's why we claim that Israel needs to lead this effort.
But with the UN warning that the Gaza Strip will be unlivable by 2020, time is running out. Gabrielle Weiniger, I24 News.